said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Spartans will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So LSU's offense will get the first swing of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quick release by the QB. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. LSU right back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Spartans' offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. Off play action. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. LSU quick to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's talk a bit about Michigan State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to the...
Turning it on! They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got his man on the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. He'll pull it on the read. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Spartans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They'll go to the ground. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. We've reached a break, and Michigan State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
The run from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
On the run, it's Gregory. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. On the move, he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Wants to go up top on first down. On target to the left. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU quick to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover.
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Longo. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The give on the inside. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man in the middle. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a first and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Gregory. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gregory. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Michigan State. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Running through contact. Strong, firm tackle. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't make the connection. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the big fella. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking for room, it's Gregory. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. The lead now 6 here in the second.
They never ask how, they always ask how many. And that thing off the crossbar, inches away from a miss. It was a pretty long kick. Kicker gets just enough of it and puts 3 on the board.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline and be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Slips through the line. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but great work on special teams on that return to set them up. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Spartans with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. They've got the screen set up, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Finds his back in the middle. There he goes. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Give to the running back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense falls. Going to be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. You think about Michigan State D-line and Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. LSU right back to the line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Sets up the screen. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to...
Breaks into the open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right now.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the returner goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. He's running free down the middle. LSU quick to the line.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick completion to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
Michigan State, 27, LSU, 14.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice throw, nice catch, and I think we're going to see and hear a lot of that guy to that guy. A touchdown catch in game 1, now a touchdown catch in game 2. They're going to continue to find that playmaker throughout this season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the fourth, a chance to move on top with a score. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
Finds a man on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football.
Wide open spaces. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless he's going to throw deep right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's caught inside the 20.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll stop him short on third down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Ward. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Now, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. That stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the right. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. Finally brought down, but what a play. Only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the...